Good afternoon. Good morning for some of you. Maybe good evening. Today I'm going to share with you a meditation, a tantric-based meditation to help you get rooted and centered during the holidays. So what we're going to do today during this Seduce Me Tuesday, which happens every week at the same time on Tuesdays, is I'm going to help us get into our body for a couple of minutes and then drop right into the meditation. So once I drop into the meditation, I won't be looking at my comments or paying attention to that. So please feel free to watch the IGTV version of this and comment or ask questions there so that I can get back to you in that area, because the comments don't transfer over once the video gets brought into IGTV. Good. So the holidays can be stressful for some people. They can be quite challenging, especially during these days right now when I live in a big expat community here in Valencia, Spain, and a lot of people are away from their families. So there's a very big stress factor that can come with not being present with your family during the holidays, or of course the stress of COVID, of either catching it or giving it to other people as we're getting together in dinners and events and that kind of thing. The stress of just being with people can be a challenge for some. The stress of being alone can be a challenge for some. Whatever the circumstance, the stress of drinking a lot perpetually every day can be a stress on anyone. So wherever you are, this meditation is intended to help you really get centered and rooted. And I love that this lands on the Tuesday right in between Christmas and New Year's, because there's more to come. And so getting centered now is a great way to be able to land in New Year's and just recenter and really get back to you. Hello, I'm so glad that you need this. I'm glad that I'll be able to offer it to you. So we're going to start by just getting centered into our body, and that means getting comfortable. So you can like stretch. I always like to massage my scalp. It's to just start to move away from the monkey mind of thinking and drop into sensation in the body, because this will help meditation. It'll help you drop in much quicker. You can massage your legs, your arms. I like to do pelvic rolls and circles. And one part that I like to do, and that really helps you drop out of the mind and into the body, is get into your five senses. So just pay attention to what you see around you with your eyes. What do you hear? I was going to play music, but I attempted to do that in my last live last week, and it was a large pain in my ass, because it got banned, so I had to remove the music, edit the video, re-upload. I ended up having to do it a few times. It's now on YouTube, so you can go watch it on YouTube, and I linked it in my Let's Get Sensual link in my profile, and it's all about how to spice up your holiday events and dinners, which is a really good one, so you want to go watch it. But it was a large pain in my butt to get it up there. So pay attention to your sight, pay attention to what you hear. And because now there's no music with this, I was going to put meditation music. You may hear children screaming around me because I have a daycare nearby, or the trucks. There's trees rustling around from the wind. What do you smell? What do you touch or feel inside? What do you taste? Paying attention to our five senses really helps us drop into sensation, our senses into the body and out of the mind. And this is a great place to begin our meditation. So you can do this meditation seated with your back straight or leaning on the back of a chair. You can keep your eyes open if that's more comfortable, or close them. I prefer to close them. So that's what I'm going to do. But you're free to do whatever you need to keep yourself in the greatest comfortable space. Allow yourself to make micro adjustments in your body if needed to drop in even further. You can take a sigh or two and just release any tension in the system. Allow yourself to concentrate on your breath coming in and out of your lungs. Feel the weight of your seat on your chair, your mattress, the floor, wherever you are. And just start to pay attention to how and what you're feeling right now without trying to change it. So maybe there are parts of you that are more relaxed than others. Maybe there are parts of you that feel stronger than others. And maybe there are parts of you that don't want to relax right now, that are still kind of like, I'm not ready to completely let go. That's okay. We're just going to observe these for a moment. And just really be with what's here in the moment right now. And now I'm going to invite you to push the chaos and or worry out. So we're not eliminating it. I want to be clear about this. So you're just taking a breath and pushing the worry, the chaos, the stress out by about 2 inches outside of your body. We're just moving it a little for a moment. Take the time to just push out the stressors so that they're just sitting outside of the frame of your body. And notice when you do this, that you've created more than one part of you. Notice that you are not your chaos. You are not the overwhelm. You are not your emotions. You are not the worry. And that you always have access to this centered part, rooted part of you at all times when needed, and that is unchangeable. It is fixed. Nothing can challenge this. It is always here. And that we've created 2 parts of us. The centered part in the middle is the observer. And then the chaotic piece, the emotions, the parts in movement and high energy, are like the experiencer. They experience that part of life. Neither are better or worse. One may be more uncomfortable, but they're just different parts of us. And notice that we can sit in the observer and allow this chaos to be without identifying with it. now I'm going to ask you to let your observer send a wave of love to the chaos, the worry, the overwhelm, the stress. It's like this deep sense of acceptance that those parts of us exist. They're there. We're not trying to eliminate them or make them wrong. And we're sending a big wave of love out to this chaotic part. Like wrapping it in a big warm blanket. Notice how the quality of this chaos and this worry and this stress changes. How does it shift when you send it love? And now ask your observer to send the experiencer a wave of safety. So send a wave of safety out to the overwhelm, to the worry. You are safe. And notice what happens to the quality of the experiencer then, of the chaos, the worry, the stress. And now allow this whole package to just come back into place in a very different flavor, a different energy. All parts are welcome. You've identified that we can be more than one thing at the same time. You always have access to this rooted part of you that is unchangeable, that is fixed. And from this whole, I'm going to ask you to drop roots down deep into the ground. So as you sit, allow yourself to grow roots from your legs, from your bum, from your spine. Ignore the noises. So feel these roots growing deeper and deeper and deeper into the center of the earth. And now imagine that you are connecting to a massive network of roots. And that each of us is like a tree in the forest, and we're all rooting and connecting to this same network underneath, similar to how a forest taps into this network of intelligence between trees, that they help each other through support systems of nutrition and fighting bacteria and different diseases, to help bring food and sustenance to parts of the forest that are dying. And I'm going to take this one step further. So in Tantra, there is this belief that we all come from the same source or essence, that we are all made of the same stuff. The most that I can compare it with is the atom. Think of like everything is made of the atom, right? It's this one goo. But in Tantra, it goes even further in that even an idea or a concept or a dream is also made of this consciousness or essence, if you want to call it. And that each of us are like a reflection of itself which is a beautiful idea. So I'm going to invite you now to think about this forest that you're in. Okay, so go up above ground now. You're still rooted underneath and connected. But think about the forest and your tree in this forest. Think about the uniqueness amidst all of it. So how are you unique as a tree in this forest? As a human on this planet? Maybe the bark is a different color. Maybe there are different sizes, textures. Maybe one is a pine tree and one is a maple. Maybe you have fruit. Maybe you don't. Excuse my voice. And we all bring unique gifts to this forest and purposes. How does it feel in your body to concentrate on this uniqueness? And now think about the sameness of this forest. You can go back down to the network of roots here to think about, where are we the same? Growing from the earth, rooted down, needing sunlight, water, different nutrients. Alive. Imagine us as reflections of all one thing. And how does it feel in your body to tap into the sameness? And now one last piece, tapping into the formless ground of being. So this is like the third evolution in Tantra. That's not super easy to grasp because as soon as we speak it, it takes shape, but it is a formless concept. It's like the atoms that I was speaking about, what everything is made of, including ideas, dreams, thoughts. That thing that we are all made of, that essence. Can you tap into that formless ground of being? It's an unnameable, unmentionable thing because once it's named, it takes form. There's an unlimited potential that lives here. And now I'll give you a couple of minutes to alternate between the uniqueness, the sameness, and the formless ground of being. These are tantric concepts. Notice the difference in your body when you alternate between those three ideas. going to slowly invite you back into your body. You can start wiggling your toes and your hands. And if your eyes are closed, I'm going to invite you to put your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes behind your hands first. To slowly let in the light and then bring yourself back. So I'll invite you now to take this idea with you into the rest of your holidays, to alternate between the sameness, the uniqueness, and maybe even the formless ground of being, if this is something you're able to really embody. It helps dissipate the day-to-day activities and almost bring us into this macro-micro idea, changing how, the grandeur of things and allowing us to really see things from different perspectives, remembering that it's okay to get pissed at your kids. It's okay to have emotion. It's okay to have challenges and feel stressed out, and that ultimately you are not those things. You are something far greater and connected to something far greater. And you can always tap into this support system of roots at any time. You can use this meditation at any time. It's going to upload into IGTV. And I'm going to ask you to forward this IGTV to a friend so that there are more people who have access to this and can de-stress during the holidays or at any point, really. I say holidays because that's what we're doing, but you can use this for anything. And I hope this was helpful. I hope it brings you more peace, more connectedness, and that you have beautiful, beautiful end of your week. And I will see you very soon.